Hey bugs, it's Deborah here from Body Garbage Handmade Soaps, and today I just wanted to capitalize on our bonus video from Saturday. I'm losing time.
Open up, you OPN. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends.
I wanted to capitalize on our bonus video from Saturday, just to touch bases with you guys about sneezing and coughing and the proper way to do that and the proper way to use hand sanitizer, because a lot of people have the misconception about all three of these things. First, touching on sneezing and coughing, a lot of people cough into their hands or sneeze into their hands, or they cough into their elbow or their forearm, and they think that is keeping germs away from anybody else. But what you don't realize is that particles from your mouth and your nose, they project and they go for miles. They can cover a large surface area. So if you're sick, or if you have the cold, the flu, or whatever it is, if somebody's walking into that, for example, if I sneeze, let's just imagine that my hands and my arms are the particles around me, and obviously you can't see my arms, and that's what happens when you cough or you sneeze, and you don't have any protection for coughing and sneezing. And you may think that you're protecting your hands or your arm, but remember, you're touching things, and you're also, people may grab onto your arm, you may be giving people hugs and different things like that, and you're still spreading germs. And then if you're sneezing, remember, you can't see my hands, people are all walking around you, they're talking, they're touching things, all of those particles, if there are things that are solid around you, are going to stick to that, spreading germs. So what you want to do is grab a tissue, a napkin, a paper towel. If you have a handkerchief handy, you want to sneeze and to cough into that, and that will help to combat any particles that may be released into the air, because you don't want anybody to walk into that, and then you don't want anybody to start touching things after you have sneezed or coughed and you have particles coming from out of your body. And also, to capitalize on that, once you sneeze into your handkerchief, your paper towel, your tissue, or your napkin, if those are paper products, you throw them in the proper disposable bin, and then you want to take your hand sanitizer. And I see a lot of people to sanitize your hand, and I see a lot of people take hand sanitizer and they pump it in their hand. It could be a lot, could be a little, and they do this and then they do this to air dry it. Never, never, never air dry hand sanitizer. Never, never just flail your hands around, because you're not disinfecting anything. In order to properly sanitize your hands, you want to take your hand sanitizer, and I don't expect you to have a big jug like this, but this is what I have home. I have several, always have had several in the house. But what you want to do is pump enough into your hand, just about that much, depending on the size of your hands. Obviously, if it's a child, something smaller. And you want to work that in the same way that I showed you guys how to wash your hands properly on Saturday, with the exception of scratching your palms and going underneath your nails. That's because you don't have access to water, so you won't be able to rinse off anything that you dig up from underneath your nails and by scratching your palms. So you want to work this in just as if it was soap and water, and make sure that it goes all the way in and it dries. And once it's dry, your hands should not be sticky, and they are properly sanitized in between your fingers and on both sides of your hands and your wrists. Okay, and if you want to get even more sanitized, as I said before, when you're washing your hands, you can stop at your wrist, or you can go all the way up to your elbow, and in most cases some people like to go all the way up to their shoulder. It really depends on what it is that you're doing, and who you have around you, what your job is, and X, Y, and Z. So those are the tips and tricks that I wanted to give you guys, regardless if it's corona, if it's it's COVID-19, that's what they're calling it now, if it is the flu, if it's the common cold, whatever it is, you always want to make sure that your hygiene is top notch. And these are things that people should have been doing in the first place, and then we wouldn't have this hysteria going on. But you do better when you know better, and I'm telling you guys, so now you know better. Make sure that you share this video, you give this video a thumbs up, you comment down below and let me know your experiences with coughing, sneezing, using hand sanitizer, washing your hands. What have you been taught? Let's get into the dialogue and the conversation to make this an ongoing conversation, an ongoing dialogue, so that we can learn from each other, we can teach each other, and we can know better and do better. As I said, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this video, comment down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
Open up, you open, bitch, you won't be BM. We should be closer than friends.